Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
Vaheguru, Vaheguru Sahib Jiyo. हर दर्शन को मेरा मन बहुत तपता जो त्रिखावंत बिन नीर मेरे मन प्रेम लगो हर तीर हमरी बेदन हर प्रभ जान हो मेरे मन अंतर की पीर रहो मेरे हर प्रीतम की कोई बात सुनावे सो भाई सो मेरा वीर मिल मिल सखी गुण कहो मेरे प्रभ के ले सतगुर की मत धीर जन नानक की हर आस पुजावो हर दर्शन शांत शरीर हर दर्शन शांत शरीर। धन धन श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज ते हाजिर बैठी साध संगत जरमल की फतेह बुलान जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। महाराज की कृपा, we come up now to the 31st Pauri of Anand Sahib. So last week there was Nagar Kirtan of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, so therefore we didn't get to go to the Katha. So I was going to remind the Sangat the 33rd Pauri we talked about. Maharaj finishes that Pauri off. They say, Keh Nanak Srisht ka mool rachya jot rakhi ta tu jag meh aya. Maharaj says, oh being, recognize this, that Akal Purakh has created the world with their own essence, and then the mool, and then jot rakhi. Inside you has placed his own jot, and with this then you've come into this world. The light is inside us, as we talked about in that body. Although Vaheguru's light's inside us, Rab di jo ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੰਧੇਰਾ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ. ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਅੰਧੇਰਾ ਹੈ. We've got darkness inside us and we've got light inside us. The Shah Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, they say, bin tel diva kyun jale. They say that you've got this diva inside you, you've got God's light inside you, but how can this diva actually be lit up? Obviously last week we all lit diva, hai? But you know and I know that that diva wouldn't work unless it had a few certain things inside it. Or that be a technology hondi hegi hai dive di. It needs light, it needs oil. In that Shabad Maharaj goes through ki pothi puran kamai hai, pau vatti it tan pai hai, sach boojan aan jalai hai. Then they say, ehyo tel diva eo jale. The way to burn the tail inside us, the way to burn the diva inside us, Maharaj says that the part, pothi, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, the part, pothi, the part inside Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, that is going to be the oil. And then fear of Vaheguru. Why is fear important? Fear doesn't mean that you're scared enough to run away. Fear means that you come into the hukum of Akal Purakh Vaheguru. Your parents, they often pick up their hand when you were little, especially not now, but if your parents get away with this, they pick up their hand to show you this hand. Now it wasn't meant to say Ashirwad Bakshna, it was meant to say ki tanu kuch lagna hai if you don't listen. They were trying to give a bit of fear to you. If you have a bit of dar inside you, then you listen and you respect them, because you ought to be respecting them, but you've fallen short in your respect. In the same way, Guru Maharaj doesn't show us a hand, but he gives us a rehat to live by. And if that fear we have of his rehat, then we put ourselves under his hukum. Otherwise we become nalak, we don't listen to him. So Maharaj says, have a fear, that's going to be the wick. And then they say, ki sach boojan anjalaiye. Understanding truth will be the fire that will light this lamp. Such hai ki. That why have we come upon this earth? And with these things, Maharaj says that eho tel diva eo jale kar Chanan Sahib to mile. What will happen then when we light up this lamp inside us? Maharaj says, Kar chanan, you will have light inside you and you will meet Vaheguru Akal Purakh inside you. Kar chanan Sahib to mile raho. So inside us is darkness. Maharaj says, Karhi mahe duje pae anera, chanan hove chode homme mera. Inside us is homme, darkness. Inside us is Akal Purakh's light, Naam. Naam is inside us and homme is inside us. Light is inside us, darkness is inside us. It's all inside. Tahe Maharaj says again and again, everything is inside. Bana dekho, look inside. This is the way to solve our problem, by looking inside. And Maharaj says that the Shabad, this is that magical thing that will allow us to solve the problem inside us. Maharaj says, Paragat Shabad has Sukhdata, Andin Naam Tyavniya. That the Sukhdata, the peace, comes from the Shabad. Now Satsangji, when we read the Salok at the end of our part, Japji Sahib, we read Slok, Pavan Guru Pani Pita Mata Tart Mahat Divas Doe Dai Daya Khele Sagal Jagat. Dekho, Divas Raat Doe Dai Daya Khele Sagal Jagat. Jithe Andhera Hega Raat Viche, Uthe Roshni Hegi Din Vich. The darkness and the light are both inside us. The day and night are both inside us. Divas Raat. If we take Divas here to mean Gyan, knowledge, and we take Raat to mean darkness, then Divas Raat Doe Dai Daya Khele Sagale Jagat. The whole world is playing in Gyan and Agyan. Darkness, i.e. of no wisdom, without the Guru, Gur bin kor andhar, Guru bin samajh na aave, and then it's got the light of the Guru's Shabad. Yeah? So, there's another meaning of that slok. It's in the YouTube channel, I'm not going to go into it now, but the point is that the Guru is here to kind of wake us up to the truth that's already inside us and take away the darkness inside us as well. Now, in the next body, Maharaj then explains to us what kind of happens when this knowledge comes to us. Maharaj says, Man Chaao Paya Prabh Aagam Suniaa Har Mangal Gao Sakhi Grah Mandar Banaya Har Gao Mangal Nit Sakhiye Sog Dukh Na Vyape Gur Charan Lage Din Sapage Apna Pir Jape Anhat Bani Gur Sabad Jani Har Naam Har Ras Pogo Keh Nanak Prabh Aap Milya Karan Karan Jogo. Man Chaao Paya Prabh Aagam Suniaa. Chaao is happiness and khushi. Maharaj says, Man Chaao Paya. Paya we talked about at the beginning of Anand Sahib, ki Anand Paya Meri Mai. Paya is ki paida hoya. It's been born now. So inside us, Man Chaao Paya. In the mind, Chaao is a bit like Anand. In the mind now, happiness, khushiyan have been born. Why is the mind khush? Man Chaao Paya Prabh Aagam Suniaa. Aagam comes from the idea of you've heard the news, Agman Aya, ki O Arya. Akal Purakh is coming, Saneha Aya, you can hear. Example of this might be something like, you're sitting outside and it's getting a bit dark and suddenly you hear the rumble of the thunder. Now, meeni paya hale, but thanu pata lag gaya ki hun je pahad vich awaaz aa rahi hai ki ithe meeh pain lagna hega hun, pain lag gaya hai. You can hear the rumble of the clouds and you realize rain is going to come this way, although it's not here yet. That's the Aagam of the rain coming. So, Prabh Aagam Suniaa. We've heard now, we've got understood now that Vaheguru is coming. So, Even if you look at the previous idea we talked about, ki divas harat, darkness and light, the jyot inside us, even between day and night, there is a period, dusk. ठीक है ना? Between night to day, there is dawn, and between day and night, there is dusk, which also happens to be that little bit of Amrit Vela as well. Amrit Vela bhi ohi Vela hega. Asa Rag is the Rag for Amrit Vela. We read it in the morning, but Asa Rag also comes up at evening in Rera Sahib. Because those periods that are in between the two, between day and night, that area, that time is special. And Maharaj saying at that time, on 6 bajge, this is the time where you could actually sit and enjoy the bit in between. Even Harnakash, when he was killed by Narsingh, he was killed between day and night, because it wasn't either. Now, in between that middle area is what we're going to talk about today. Maharaj says, Chaao, Prabh, Aagam, Suniaa. The mind is happy that it's found out that Akal Purikh is coming. But Satsangaji, sometimes the mind is not happy because, as you've seen in our community or in our culture, you all realize that to walk towards Sikhi, there is a rehat, certain rules that we must follow. Now, when you start to follow Sikhi initially, you might not have experienced Vaheguru. ठीक है ना? Some people are blessed to get to experience Vaheguru and then they come into Sikhi. But other people, let's say the majority of us, they don't have that experience at the beginning, but they start to follow Maharaj anyway. Guru da hukam mande ne. They come into rehat. Band paya, mera satguru pure, hoi sarb kalyan. They come into some kind of hukam. But they've left the sansari world behind. Soch lo. Sansar is like, telling you to see ash karo. Let's just say that's the word. Ki tu dunya di ash leve. Ash le. Take the joy of the world. And then you leave that joy and you start to walk towards the sansari, the Guru's path. But yet we haven't got that anand yet. Man Chaao nahi hoya paida. Chaao nahi hoya paida. We're in between. That in between period is sometimes very hard. Because at that point, we've left the joys of the world and we haven't yet got the joys of this world. Although we know the joys of this world exist. The Pauri is telling us, Man Chaao Prabh, Aagam, Suniaa. There is joy. There's a lot of Anand in Bani. Anand Sabko Kahe, Anand Guru Te Janiya. There's a lot of Anand in Bani, but at the same time, you have to leave behind the previous world. Hai na? Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj is not kidding anybody. They speak the truth. They say ki jo to prem khilan ka chao, sir tal tali gali meri aao. So you want to play this game, you will have to leave behind everything you had before and come with your head in the palm of your hands. Itmarg pair tarije, sir dije, karna kije. You got to ignore the world, what they say, and you got to follow his path. Maharaj is saying that as a prerequisite for this game of love. But when you leave your head, you leave the world and you step forward, there's a grey area. Call that the dust to dawn bit. है ना? हले ज्ञान नहीं होया, पापा दुनिया छाड़ देती. And in this time, for us it might be like keeping case, going to programs, coming to Katha maybe. That's our step of trying to bring ourselves out of the world of Maya into the world of the Guru. But still, we haven't been blown away by the Naam. I've met people, many people I've met, they've got their case, they might even do part. So Sangaji, they don't experience part. They're reading part, but part is not reading them, you might say. They're doing part is not doing them. They're not having that experience of Bani. But yet they keep doing it. And in a way, that is meant, isn't it? They're doing merit. But sometimes they lost a bit of faith now. They're doing it, but they're not doing it with the idea that soon he'll meet me. They're giving up. Vishwas tut gaya. Yeah. Kehne ho karna hi hai, kar lende. This is the awkward part. Because the journey has to go past that. We have to go past this period of neither here nor there. In Punjabi they call it dhobi ka kutta. Na ghar ka, na ghat ka. Yeah, it's Hindi really. It said that the washerman, he takes his clothes to the sides to wash the clothes of other people, dhobi. He's got a dog, But the dog doesn't belong anywhere, because all day he spends by the fisherman's side and the washerman. The washerman spends by the side of the boat of the river. So he doesn't belong to the home of the washerman, nor to the ghat itself by the river. So where are we? Are we in that middle bit? And the thing is, because of fear of our Guru and our respect for our Guru, we do come into his hukum, and that is our qurbani. That is our shahidi kehlo, that we've given up something for our Guru. You know, we come here, we put some money down. We come here, we put some stuff down. But sometimes we come here and we say, Maharaj, mere jehde maade kam hege na main chhad den tode waste. My maadi aadatan, I will leave them for you. That would be a good thing to leave here. Tyagana, tyagan nika. And Maharaj says, what do you want to tyag? Kam, krodh, lobh, moh, tyagana. So you want to give up something for the Guru, don't just come here and say, Maharaj, I'll give you £10. You've forgotten. Rajana Raj, Panana Pan, Devana Dev, Upma Mahan. He is the most powerful being of all things. He's got everything. Everything is in his hands. So he has nothing apart from his giving to us. But when we come here, Maharaj says, then give up something. Give up your ahankar. Give up your kam, your krodh, your lobh. Give up some of the things that he wants you to give up. And as we start to do that, we're in that middle period now. We've left behind the good stuff that we thought was good, oh charta. Now, what next? Is he going to give us? And if in a way, somebody who's committing a shahidi, on this week, we're remembering Satwan Singh, Byan Singh and Kher Singh. When they got up that morning, and they went and they knew that today, they're going to do the justice. It was justice, because Indira Gandhi was not going to get hung in India. What she did was against Indian law. What she did was against Khalsa law. But no one was going to give her justice in India. So we had to take that justice. They are our shaheeds because they delivered justice. They didn't assassinate her, they delivered justice. They weren't going to get it any other way. But when they did that, one important thing to know is they shot her, then they dropped their weapons. They didn't go around and shoot all the other people there and try to run away, Sasangati. They dropped their weapons. They said, I done what I had to do, now you do what you have to do. But no one has been prosecuted for the murder of Byan Singh. He was shot dead at the spot. He was unarmed and he was shot dead. That's illegal, isn't it? Can't shoot dead an unarmed person. He dropped his gun. He should have been prosecuted and hung. But he wasn't. The point to note here though is, when they did that, they were committing a shahidi. Because they don't know what's going to come yet. They had no reward visible. There wasn't something that they could see they were going to get for it. They did it for their Guru. They left something behind. Their life, their friends, their family. They knew from now on, there's no zindagi after this. There's no zindagi in the real world. Sansari zindagi gai. Whether now or later they're going to die. But they still did that for the Paath. But that was their shahidi, their qurbani. But in the same way, every single one of us, if we start to walk upon our Guru's path, we leave away the things that he will get rid of the things he wants us to get rid of. That's our qurbani for our Guru. We don't know what we're going to get yet. I remember my story when I came into Sikhi. I didn't even know about Naam Simran. No one even told me about spirituality. Manu pata hi nahi si. Somebody might have heard of it and they think, oh, you know, there is this Naam, Japana, Bani, Simran, Anand. That's great. Tanu kar to kar pata lag gaya na. I didn't even know this existed. Because Sikhi hai ki aam taur te kehne ki Sikhi is a moral religion. It's a warrior religion. No one says a spiritual religion. So when I started to keep my case, when I started to give up alcohol and drugs, that was my little bit of qurbani for my Guru. It's only because I said, "Hun case rakhne hai, you can't be a pakhandi. Got to give up alcohol as well." Jere sharab peende ne case na, tusi bhi sun lo. If Guru Sahib's roop is on your head, then na karo. Na karo. Be brave enough. You know, we got a t-shirt. It's called Be Brave. Don't shave. In this world, you've got to be brave to do this kind of stuff. Because standing out takes bravery. The world wants you to blend in. The world wants you to blend in. So, when we come into hukum, you sacrifice one life. You don't know what you're going to get for the next life. That's where you have parosa. This is the path of faith. This is the space, that in between path, where you need to have bharosa, you need to have faith in your Guru, that you are going to get through this. The bharosa and the faith is your test. That you believe in your Guru enough, you love him enough, that you give some shahidi, some qurbani for the Guru. He has khajana in his hands. Har pagat khajana bakshiya. Guru Nanak ki apas aao jiyo. He has the khajana, but we have to start upon that path by giving up our ego. Tyage man ki matadi. Gur kahe, so kar kamaye jiyo. This is the path of giving up what we think and following what Guru thinks. Many people, even this week I've had a few debates online. I don't like to do them, but kai wari, people do it. And you think, chalo, I'll say my 2 bits. What you know is everybody's always telling the Guru what he could or he should not have done. People, Sikhs, are telling Guruji what he would do. They never read Itihas, never read Bani. They can't even read Bani themselves, but they're saying this is what the Guru would do. How can we judge what the Guru would do? Asi kehne wale hege hain. We can only hear what the Guru did do in history and what he did say in Bani. And then we want to tell the Guru what he should be doing rather than listen to him. Maharaj says, don't do that. Listen to the Guru first. Tyage man ki matadi. Gur kahe, so kar kamai jiyo. Forget what your mind thinks, earn what the Guru is telling us. So, in this bit in between Satsangaji, very important part to talk about is we need to have faith. And we need to have faith in all the 10 Gurus. Believe that God couldn't have sent. Satsangaji, I was talking to somebody today who wasn't much into Sikhi, from a Sikh family. And I said, in the history of mankind, there's never been 10 people that came like this. There were never 10 people that believed the same thing continuously, didn't change it. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Bani is still in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Gobind Singh doesn't even put their own Bani in there. They say Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Bani comes first, every rag. All the Gurus give ultimate respect to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And listen to exactly what he said, never go against his hukum. 10 people in line, but all the time developing the spirits of the Sikhs, developing the social culture. Even if a blind person was to hear the story of the Gurus, he would say they are from God. If we read the Itihas, but we don't read the Itihas, we don't realize how powerful it is. We're kept away from that Itihas. It's that powerful, in a way. So, we must have a bit of faith by reading the stories of the Gurus. Babaniya kahaniya putta saputta karen. You will become into good children of our Guru by hearing the stories of our Guru. And that little bit of faith that we need, the faith that we pray for at night. Last thing at night, we say, Antarjami purkh bidate sarda man ki pure. Say, oh Vaheguru, make my faith complete. So as everybody falls, Satsangaji, every single person falls, you understand? And in our experience, in our simmer, in our bani, everybody falls. And then we need a bit of faith to get back up. And the faith comes from our Guru, in our Guru. That's why we worship our Guru. People say, we don't worship our Guru. Of course we worship our Guru. Gur meri puja, Gur Gobind, Gur mera par Brahm, Gur Bhagwant. Because our Guru is that great being who we worship, because through him we get faith in God. Who knows what God looks like? I don't know. I know what my Guru is like. Gurbani. Faith in our Gurbani. We will get through this. And Maharaj tells us that if in that time, that dark period, where we haven't yet got Naam, but we've left the world behind, if we go through it by saying, Eh bhi daat teri daatar. If we go through it by saying, Je sukh de ta tujhe aradi, dukh bhi tujhe tyai. Je pukh de ta it hi raja, dukh vich sukh manai. If we say to our Guru, Tan man kaat sab arpi, which Agni aap jalai, what is this? Qurbani. A qurbani ho rahi hai. To give ourselves up to our Guru, then we say to him, Maharaj, give me the kirpa nanak garib, teh pya dware, har mel leho vadiyai. A benti hai. I've done everything I could for you. I've given up everything I had, and I'm following your path. Nanak garib, teh pya dware. Gir gaya. Nanak said, I've fallen at your door now. Har mel leho vadiyai. Oh Vaheguru mainu mil lo. We're asking for the experience of Vaheguru. And in this bit, if we lose our faith now, then everything will fall down. Then we will just become disillusioned. People will meet us and they go, you got the pag and dari, but you haven't got that jazba. Yeah? You haven't got the spirit inside you. You don't seem to shine with your Guru's Bani. You're just sort of going, oh, yeah, we keep our turban in bed. That's it. Where's the joy of Sikhi? Where is that mana Chaao, Bhaiaa? It doesn't come if we don't keep the faith. Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, they talk about this, they go, Jo bin partiti kapti kudi kudi akhi meet de unka uttar jayega jhoot guman. Maharaj says, Jo bin partiti. Partit is faith. Those who without faith, Maharaj says, Do bin partiti kapti. Hypocritically, kudi kudi akhi meet de. They close their eyes like they're saying Vaheguru, Vaheguru, but they have no faith in Vaheguru. They close their eyes and read Paath, but they have no faith in Vaheguru. They lost their faith because they didn't stick to what Maharaj is telling us. This is the bit where you have to go through. Push through with the faith in our Guru. Do Qurbani for our Guru with nothing in response. We have Nishkamta. That's also Nishkam Qurbani. To say, I'll do this for you even if you don't put me next to you. Je paas bahale ta tujhe aradi, je maar kadhe peete aayi. Je tusi mainu koi bitha doge the Guru Sahib, you put me next to you, I'll worship you. But if you kick me out of your way, je maar kadhe, if you hit sticks on me, I will still worship you. Look at Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. As Pai Lana, when they are walking next to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, before Maharaj starts at the very end, and there's only Pai Lana already left there, they pick up a stick and they start beating Pai Lana. Start beating him. And they say to him, why are you staying here? Tu hai kyo ithe? Chale ja, bhaj ja. And what does he say? Gur bin duja nahi tha. There's no place but the Guru. Guru Dev Ji Maharaj is telling us, Gur bin duja nahi tha, Gur data, Gur deve now. Have a bit of faith. There is no place but the Guru. And then Gur data, Gur deve now. He will give name. He will give us naam. He is the giver. But we got to go through it with a bit of faith. Because that's a dark, long, dark night of the soul, it's called in Christianity. They call it long night, long, dark night of the soul. Where there is not this and not that. And if we go through it, if we say to our mind, oh my mind, Re man, deeg na doliye, Sidhe marg tao. Oh my mind, dig na, don't fall down. Dol na, don't waver. Re man, deeg na doliye, Sidhe marg tao. Pache baag daravano, aage agan talao. Maharaj says in Bani, they say, oh my mind, don't fall down, don't waver. Keep going on the straight path. They say, tere piche, there's a terrible tiger behind you. Tiger's going to bark, he'll eat you up. And again, pool of fire. A pool of fire is in front of you and a tiger is behind you. And Maharaj says, don't give up. Keep going towards the fire. Why do they say? They say, Nanak Gurmukh chuti hai, har pritam syorang. They say, my soul is skeptical. Saisa jira par harehyo, ma ko avar natang. Nanak Gurmukh chuti hai, har pritam syorang. Baag mare man mariye, jis satgur dikhiya hoye. They go, you will kill that tiger behind you. You will kill your mind. The mind is a fire. The mind is a fire. The panch jor, they're the fire you have to fight. After you get into Sikhi and you start to keep your head, you still got the panch jor to kill. That's the fire in front to beat. And if you stick to your Guru's teachings, Maharaj says you will beat the fire, you beat your mind, and you will get through by having some faith. So we have to speak to the mind. Say, oh my mind, dig na doliye. To na dol, to digna. Keep on going. Keep on going. A bit of haunsla to ourselves. And this is why satsang, sangat is so important. Because you know what? Sangat will keep you up. Sangat ka gun bahut adhkai. The sangat, the quality of sangat is beyond. Sangat will keep you from falling down. You might fall down and your friend's going to look at you and he's going to say, "Oi, it's Rara start time. Chal part kariye." You say, "Oh, chalo then, let's do part." Halfway through the part, you're enjoying it as much as he is. And you wonder, why didn't I do this at the beginning? Huh? Alas aagi sigi, alas. So the friends, the sangat we keep, that helps us stay upon the path. And that means we're going to have to make some awkward choices about who we hang out with as well. We have to make those choices ourselves. We can't just keep hanging out with people that are not interested in Bani and Sikhi. We can't. All that's going to do for you is pull you back. Pastor was there, was telling me a funny story. He's saying there's a guy in America who does prachar. He says, love them, love your friends, but love them from afar. Because dono hi pyar kar lo. Nede jaan di lod hi nahi. You don't have to hate them. Don't say, I'm not going to talk to you anymore, you are a bad person. That's not going to help you. No, that's not going to help them. They're going to say, he thinks he's better than me. Huh? Gursikh ban gaya. Now he doesn't hang out with his friends anymore. No. Say, I love you, man. But love them from afar. Why? Because you got a journey to go upon and you don't want to fall in your own journey. Get good sangat. Because sometimes you're not strong enough to cope. Sometimes you're not strong enough to cope with Maya. You need a bit of help. You know? Saad sangat ki asre, Prabh syo rang lai. Tan tan sat sangat, chit har aspaya, mil jan nanak naam pargas. Blessed is a saad sangat. It blesses you with naam. And then naam comes inside you. There's the good of sangat will not go. Maharaj is always telling us to have faith in the Guru. Maharaj says, Man kyon bairag karega, Satguru mera pura. Your Guru is perfect. Have faith in him. And anyway, Satsang, as we said, if you got two options and you're crossing from the bad towards the good, one thing to remember, this path, the bad path, ain't going nowhere. Samajh rahe ho? This path is not good to you in the first place. Even if you stayed in this path, it's going nowhere. This path is going somewhere. That's why Maharaj says, Gurbin duja nahi thao, Gurdata Gurdevena. Asal vich, that zindagi is all chut anyway. Maharaj says, Jag reman jagan hare, bin har avarna avaskama, chutha, moho, mithya, pasare, raho. And then what's the way to solve the problem? They go, Gur ki bani syo rang laye, Gur kirpal hoye dukh jaye, Gur bin duja nahi thao, Gurdata Gurdeva nao. Gur par brahm parmesar aap, Aat pahar nanak gur jaap. They say, oh my mind, remember your Guru is not just any Guru. Your Guru is not just one of the thousands of Gurus that come up in India. Gur par brahm parmesar aap, Aat pahar nanak gur jaap. People think it's going to be har next. But it's Gur. Guru nu japo. Guru, Guru. Guru, Guru. Guru, Guru. Guru, Guru. Guru Ramdas ji, Kirpa karo. Keep me in your path. Guru Ramdas rakho saranai. We are full of avham avgun pare ek gun nahi. Amrit chhad bikhe bikh khahi. Maya moh param peh pule. Suddha rasyo preet lagai. Ek uttam pant sunyo. Gur sangat. तह मिलंत जम त्रास मिटाई एक अरदास पाठ कीरत की गुरु रामदास राखो सरनाई. There's two things that can help us in this bad time, ardas and sangat. That's what he's saying, isn't it? Ardas and sangat. If we have these two things, we can get past. Maharaj will build our faith. He'll make our faith stronger. Read his stories, do ardas to Guru Maharaj. And then hang out with his people. Hang out with those that believe in him. And you will get faith. So as we get through this, Maharaj Kirpa karenge, Sheikh Faridji, they go through a bit of Bani, and they give us an example of this. They go, you know, like a bride, she gets married. Now, the bride has left her family home, she had respect there, she had a place there. Now she goes to her new house. But she hasn't yet established herself there. Sometimes, you know, in India, when they got like 10 kids, and then you got 10 children, that new is nobody. She's got to start from the bottom rung of the ladder. She's got no place there, no respect really yet. And they give udaharana ki even if your husband, Lord, even if your cousin doesn't love you at that time, you left a family that loves you, but even your husband is not open to you. This doesn't mean, it does mean in real life sometimes, but actually what it's talking about is you've left the world of Maya, but Guru Sahib hasn't opened the door to you yet. And you're in between. You're standing outside knocking. Darwan de thade darbar. And you're standing outside knocking, Manu andar kar lo please. Take me inside. And Sheikh Friji says, Sohore toi na lahe, peye nahi thao. They go, in your house, you left them behind. You vichhad gaye. Huh? There's no place in your previous house, and the peye nahi thao. In your parents' house, you have no place now. In your sohre, you have no tohi yet. You have no place to sit yet. And they go, Pir vatdi na puchhi tan sohagan now. Interesting point they say here. They say, your husband doesn't ask after you yet. Oh, pushda nahi hale. The pir pushda nahi hega, todi baat nahi pushda. Then they say, tan sohagan now. But your name is Bhagat. When you leave that world behind now, you say to your friends, oh, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm going to go to a Sikhi. I'm going to keep my case now. I'm going to go to Gurdwara. I'm not going to go clubbing with you tonight. I'm going to Gurdwara. I've got a program. They will start to say, Bada vadda Bhagat ban gaya. Huh? They will say, giving you Tan Suhagan now. They go, oh, now you're a Suhagan of Vaheguru. Now you're a holy person. Now you're a Sant. Now you're a saint. Now you're a Bhagat. Now you're a Gursikh. But we haven't got that place yet. Samajh rahe ho? What keeps us in that situation is sometimes we start thinking, na main utthe da, na main ithe da. Now people keep thinking I'm something. We haven't got that prakash, that Mahapurukh status, but we've left the world behind and we're in between, and they say everybody thinks we're good, but we're not yet good yet because we haven't got in. Asi bahar khade hain. We've got this nice name. Kabir Fariji says again, Kale mande kapde, Kala menda ves. Guni pariya main phiran, lok kahen darves. Dekho mere kapde kale. Everything about me is kala. But I'm full of sins. Guni pariya main phiran, lok kahen darves. People call me holy. In this bit in between, where we haven't got in, one of the things that often troubles people that are giving up faith, they give up faith, but they still don't leave because people keep saying to them, Tu to Bhagat hai. And they feel like I should stick to it. They stick to it, but they've lost faith that Guru Sahib will do kirpa and they will get through it. But Satsang, if you keep the faith, if we keep that time and say, Maharaj, koi na, tusi kirpa karoge. Tusi jarur kirpa kare, Gurdata Gurdev hai now. He will do kirpa. Man kyon baira karega, Satgur mera pura. Trust him and he will do kirpa. But if we give up faith in him, then we are bin pratiti. We were walking around without faith, and that's not good for us. So we have to build our faith by learning about Bani, learning about Guru's history and experiencing. And then we have to also do one thing. We have to trust the Guru by giving up to him. There's a Sakhi here, couple of Sakhis. In the time of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, they were a father and son. They were not carpenters, they used to go and cut wood. You know? I don't know what the word for that is in Punjabi. But that's what their job was, woodcutters. And they had gone off to go and do something, to go and cut some wood. But they took some pani with them. It was a hot day. They're working hard. Anybody who's been working hard outside. Then they put that lota down of pani next to a tree. They worked hard. And then when they came back to drink some water, the son had it in his mind, I don't want to drink this water until I see my Guru. And the father said also, Hanji, it'd be great to see our Guru. And they decided in that heat to not drink the water until they saw Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj. They gave up. They sat there thirsting. And Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj is not too far away, but they're in a very cool place. Chaao vich baithe ne. They're enjoying the cool. And their two Sikhs are in the heat, burning away, close to heat exhaustion, thirsting where the pani is in front of them. They're not drinking it, they want to see the Guru. Har darsan ko mera man baho tapta hai. Jo trikhavant bin neer. My mind is thirsting for that pani, for Guru's darshan, the same way a thirsty person is thirsting for water. They had that thought in their mind. Ki har darshan, who is har? Gur mera par brahm. Yeah? This is my Guru, he is a Kal Purukh to us. They said, Maharaj kirpa karo, darshan de do. This water is not important to us, darshan de do, fir assi pani piyaange. Guru Maharaj is sitting there, they suddenly call their horse. They call their horse, they jump on their horse, they go riding into the forest. The Sikhs follow the Guru, because what are the Sikhs going to do? Ohi karna, and Akal Sena is following Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj. Guru Sahib is riding into the forest towards these people. They ride right up to them. Utte, they're close to death. Maharaj grabs a pani and they go, Piyo, pani piyo. And that Shabad Guru Har Ramdas Ji Maharaj finishes off. The grandfather Guru Har Gobind Maharaj, Guru Ramdas Ji finished off that Shabad Gond Mahela Chautha. They go, Ki, they say, Maharaj, Kirpa Karo, give me your darshan, har darshan, sant sarir. Jan Nanak ki har aas pujavo, har darshan, sant sarir. They say, Maharaj, Kirpa Karo, give me this, give my whole body will be cooled down, get shanti, if I get your darshan first. Maharaj gave them drink water. Guru Maharaj looks after all of us. And this pyar, you know, even in Bani, the Bhagat Namdev Ji goes even further. He says to Akal Purukh, oh Vaheguru, when they kicked him out of the temple, they go, you can't come here. They go, tu bort nivaya, you can't come here. Bhagat Namdev Ji goes around the back of the temple and he starts singing to Vaheguru. Huh? He's singing to Vaheguru, and in his pyar, his pukar to Vaheguru, he's crying out to Vaheguru. He says, oh Kal Purukh Vaheguru, you've given me outside, these people, e pandya moko, ded kahat. They call me low. They call me low. They go, e pandya, these pandits, they call me low. They kick me out. They go, teri paj pichondi hoila. They go, Vaheguru, you know, it's not just my honor at stake here, it's your honor. Everybody calls me a Pagat, and Pagat nu baal kar ditta. Why will anybody follow you now if even the Pagats can't do your worship? Huh? In their pyar, they go, it's not me. They're not crying because of themselves. They say, Maharaj, thodi paj hai. It's your page that's being ruined here. These Pandits are ruining Rab's name, God's name for everybody. And then the whole Dehora, the whole mandir turns around to keep God's honor in this world. And then Namdev Ji, he writes, he says, Pher diya dehora name ko, pher diya. He turned it towards Name. In the whole of India, all the mandirs point one way, this one mandir points the other way. Namdev Ji was on the other side. We're told previously that people say these miracles can't happen. But Bani is saying, Pher diya dehora name ko, pandiyat ko pichvalala. Pichvarla. Pit towards the Pandits and towards Namdev Ji. So Guru Maharaj, when we turn towards him and we say to Maharaj, Theek ya, I'm not inside your door yet. I'm not in that world yet. I'm in the middle. But if you don't let me in, thodi paj bhi hegi hai. Your honor is at stake as well. Andar kar lo. Put me inside. Your honor was at stake as well. We do ardas. We do ardas and we look for sad, sangat, and we will get through that dark period, because Akal Purukh is not there to keep us hungry forever. He's just testing us. Are you very happy to give Qurbani? So Sasangat Ji, if you're in that situation now, start to do the Qurbani yourself. Do some Qurbaniya for your Guru. See what he will give you back. Don't just keep standing there waiting for him to give it all to you on a plate and then you'll do it. Do some Qurbaniya for him. Because Guru Maharaj is telling us, you want to play the game of love? Then start by sacrificing. In fact, Guru Arjan Dev Ji goes even further. And they say, you know this path? What you need to do for this path? Pehla maran kabool, jeevan ki chhad aas, ho sabna ke rehn ka, to aao hamare paas. They say, give up everything. Give up your whole desire to live. Then come to Guru. And Maharaj will give you back to life. Satguru mera maar jivale. And ek aur arth bhi hega. You come here and he kills you with his shabad and he brings you back to life with his shabad. You'll have a new life. So, We have to keep on chanting, and eventually He will hear us. Keep on saying His name, keep on doing sikhi, keep on following Him, and He will hear us. Have some faith. Kabir ji says, Kabir keso kukiye, na soye asar, raat divas ke kukne, kabhu ke sune pukar. Keso is for Krishna ji. That was one of their names. He says, Keso kukiye. Call your Vaheguru. Call Him again and again and again. Keso kukiye. Kukiye means to shout. Call Him. They say, Na soye asar. Don't even sleep without keeping calling in Him. And then they say, Raat divas ke kukne. If you keep shouting for Him day and night, if you keep calling Him day and night, kabhu ke sune pukar. One day He will hear you. Oh, He's not like the world. The world, if you're hungry, you keep begging, they won't give you anything. I was today in SOUTHALL, Gurdwara. We were talking about Langar week. It started yesterday. Where I sat down is Maharaj Kotak. The lady was going to film me. Where I sat down happened to be, I came from the back and there was a Gora sitting there next to me. Just happened to be a Gora sitting there having Langar. He said that a month ago, he lost his house, became homeless. Broke up with his partner, didn't have a job, ended up sleeping on the street. He's never been homeless in his life. Now suddenly he's homeless. He goes, a month ago I was giving somebody money. He was homeless. He goes, now I'm homeless and I haven't got anything. Now his partner was from India a long time ago. Family's Indian. So he knew about Indian food and he would go around Southall asking for money. And when he would ask me for money, they would say to go to Gurdwara. He would say, please give me some money, I want to buy some food. And they would say, go to Gurdwara. He was like, what kind of answer is that? He didn't know what Gurdwara was. He goes, what is this Gurdwara people keep telling me to go to? They go, the Sikh temple. He goes, why should I go there? He goes, they got free food there. He goes, I didn't know that. Lives in Southall, he's homeless. So he now comes to Gurdwara and has langar. He was having langar. He goes, I'm so grateful. He goes, I'll come here, I fill my stomach up. He goes, and I can survive. And he goes, people don't know about this. Homeless people don't know they can get food here, so they don't come in. And they're scared of your faces, he said. He said, they don't think they're welcome here. So they don't come inside. He goes, I took the 19-year-old kid, he was homeless. I said, Aaja tenu bhuk lagi hai. Come to langar and have langar. He goes, no, I'm not going to go there. They won't want me there. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji was sitting here, would he want to think that a 19-year-old kid in Southall was hungry when there's Gurdwara throwing away langar at night because no one's there to eat it? Isn't that our Guru's hukam? To feed those people that have nothing? Nimanya ke man, nitanya ke tan, ne otya ke ot. Isn't that our Guru? But is that us nowadays? Are we nimanya ke man? He said, you know what, I wish I had somewhere to go and wash my clothes and have a shower. And I said to him, Bhaiaa, that's what the youth today want the Gurdwara to do. They want to provide even more services. They want to have a hut in the back where people can come in, have a shower, wash their clothes, get dressed up, then go outside, maybe get a job. Because as he was now, he couldn't get a job. Who would give him a job? His clothes stink, he's been living in them for 2-3 weeks. Who's going to help him out? We should be helping him out. This is our job. If no one else, let the Khalsa do it. He will eventually hear us. Going back to this, I'm not sure where I got that from, where I got the hair from, but the point is, Satsangaji, we've got to have a bit of faith, because our Guru, he listens to our cries. When somebody's fallen down on the ground, they ask the Guru, Maharaj will come for us. Because he's done all this with his color, obviously he will give us Naam as well. So, we are here, we know the world is going to go nowhere. We need to keep sticking to our Guru, do Ardas, have Sangat, and then what will happen? Mana Chaao, Prabh, Aagam, Suniaa. We'll get that experience of Vaheguru, and then we will realize ki hon shuru hogi kahani. After all that kabhu ke sune pukar, he will hear the pukar, and then we will get that mana Chaao. That bliss will come inside our mind, and then we'll say hon shuru hogi kahani. Now I found him. The light has been lit inside. The Naam has been pargash inside. Then we know where to go. We know we don't have to go anywhere else. फिर की होंदा है महाराज says हर मंगल गाओ सखी ग्रह मंदिर भरिया. Now we realize our graha, not our home in our house, but this graha, this body, this is our home. Graha mandir baniya. Now with his kirpa, the body has become the mandir. Now our home, our mind has become his mandir. Man mandir. Tan ves kandhar kad hi tirath naava. Ek sabad mere pran basat hai, bahut janam na aava. This mind becomes our mandir. And Maharaj says, har mangal gao sakri. Sing, oh Sakhiyo, Sakhiyo Saheliyo. Maharaj says, sing now. Sing Vaheguru's praises because he's inside us. We found him inside us. Because man Chaao Bhaiaa. Prabh Aagam Suniaa. Har mangal gao sakhi, grah mandir baniya. Maharaj says, Vaheguru har gao mangalit sakhiye, sog dukh na vyape. As you sing these praises of Bani, and Bani will affect you then. Once the Naam has come inside you by saying Vaheguru, that's it. When you sing Bani after that, you will feel it. I only found Sikhi from singing Vaheguru. Never knew any other Shabads apart from Vaheguru. That's it. And after that, Bani affected me. Because once you started the name of love, when you started this game of love, then Bani will affect you as well, because Bani is Naam. It might look like lots of words, but it's all the same word, Vaheguru, 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 in different forms. Anik badi samjhavo. Many ways to teach the same thing. When we feel that Naam, when we feel that Bani, then Maharaj says, Har Mangal, Vaheguru Har Gao, Mangal ne Sakhiye. Oh my sisters, come and sing the songs of Vaheguru. Sog dukh na vyape. Sorrow and suffering will not touch you. Na dukh and always sukh. That's why Maharaj says, in that Shabad I talked to you about earlier, Ki jagre man jagre hari. Maharaj said, Gur ki bani syo rang laye, Gur kirpal hoye, dukh jaye. If Guru takes kirpa upon you that you sang his songs with love, and he gives you that experience of Bani, then your dukh will go straight away, and you will say, Anand Paya meri Mae, Sat Guru mein paya. Dukh will go. Sog dukh na vyape. These suffering will not touch you. And then Maharaj says, Gur charan lage, din sabhage, apna pir jape. They say that day is blessed. Din sabhage. Sabhage means, wow, what a great day. What a wonderful day. What is that wonderful day? Gur charan lage, din sabhage. The day we fall at our Guru's feet, we matha take to him, kirpa karo. And he does kirpa, and then we become even lower. When he does kirpa, we feel even smaller than when we were doing the ardas. Because he will reveal to us how big he really is. When he reveals to us how big he really is, we will become even smaller. We will say, Appa to kuch nahi hai ki. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is talking to Akal Purkh Vaheguru in their Bani. They're talking to God and they say, Akal Purkh Vach is Keet Prati. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is saying this. Say God's words to this Keedi. Guru Gobind Singh Ji is saying these words. In Dasam Granth Sahib they say, Akal Purkh Vach is Keet Prati. Look at that Shabdavali that Maharaj is using. Look at the words they're using. That they're nothing. Because he will realize this, and Maharaj says, Gur charan lage, din sabhage, apna pir jape. Then we will jap, we will worship, we will get to know. The other meaning of the word jape is to know. Japana means to know as well. Apna pir jape. We will both know and we will jap, worship our pir, our husband Lord. Whether it's Guru or Vaheguru, there's no difference. Same here. Worshipping Guru, worshipping Vaheguru is the same thing. Jin Nanak Sadguru Pujya, Tin Har Puj Karava. So, we want to go to our Guru with that desire, Ki Maharaj Kirpa Karo, and Je Guru Chidke, Ta Meetha Lage. If he cusses us, don't get upset. Be happy. Je Guru Chidke, Ta Meetha Lage. If he pushes away, again, be happy. Because it's the Guru, and he will always give. It's a test. If we keep on walking towards him, we will get through, we'll get that Anand. We're going to sing a Shabad now, and we'll finish off this Shabad. So the Paisa is going to come forward and sing. Let's all join in for the last 5-10 minutes of this Shabad, and then we'll finish off the rest of this body. Maharaj Kirpa Kare. जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी मिल मेरे प्रीतमा जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी अन्न न पावे मरिए हावे बिन पिर क्यों सुख पाइए बिन पिर क्यों सुख पाइए गुर आगे करो मिलंती जे गुर पावे जो मिले तिव मिलाए जो मिले तिव मिलाए मिल मेरे प्रीतमा जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी मिल मेरे प्रीतमा जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी आपे मैल ले सुखदाता आप मिलिया कर आए आप मिलिया कर आए नानक का मन सदा सुहागन ना पिर मरे ना जाए ना पिर मरे ना जाए मिल मेरे प्रीतमा जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी मिल मेरे प्रीतमा जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी वाहेगुरु 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 जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी मिल मेरे प्रीतमा जियो तुद बिन करी ने मानी तुद बिन करी ने मानी तुद बिन करी ने मानी. Maharaj says to us, if we have that piyas, we keep going through with it, we will finally meet him. That's one thing that he would definitely give to us, is darshan. Because Bani tells us ki Bani Guru, Guru hai Bani, vich Bani Amrit sare, Gurbani kehai sevak jan mane, Partakh Guru nistare. He will save us. Guru Maharaj is not here to test us beyond what we can cope with. He's giving us tests that we can cope with. He wants us to get through them so we can experience the joy. Bhai Manji, we can thank him for that. Bhai Manji, they are the ones that reduce a test for all of us. They got tested in such a terrible way. Terrible, terrible test they went through. At the end of it, they were asked, Tu kuch bhi mang raha, ask for anything, Bhai Manji. Bhai Manji turned to Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, they say, well, I have one benti, Maharaj, let no one else get tested this much. Their faith. Nowadays we break our faith very quickly. We don't like a rule by the Guru, we break our faith. We don't like something they said, we break our faith. Sada Vishwas bahut chheti tur janda hai satsang ji. In those days, people would say to Guru Maharaj, "Tusi kuch bhi keh do, assi kar lange. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. Even if it sounds crazy, even if it looks crazy." Dekh lo, Bhai Lana ji tried to eat a dead body. That sounds crazy to me. But they did it because their Guru told them to. Guru Ram Das, she kept on making that the stage again and again and again. Guru Amar Das, she kept saying, break it. They passed the test. We find Sikhi so easy nowadays. And even then we find some rules hard to take in. We come here doing hukum upon our Guru that you wouldn't do this. Guru Maharaj is telling a Sikh ki apni beti da vyah karo in a family that has Sikhi. And we say, oh, that's discrimination. If we value something, we put it in a nice place. When you have these across the road, they open that gold safety deposit box place. What are you going to put in there? You're going to put in their pennies? No, we're going to put gold in there. Nee? Why? Because we value it. So when a house has got Sikh key, and the house is going to look after your daughter, that's where you put your daughter. You value that thing, you put it in the right place. You value that person, that daughter of yours, you put her in the right place. Guru Maharaj has given us some rules that we must accept. And now people are turning around and saying that is wrong. Guru shouldn't be giving rules. And when somebody stands up and says, this is my Guru's rule, and I will follow it, I don't care what anybody else thinks, they go, you're a fanatic. Tell us how many of us would be here right now if those kinds of people had not been in our Panth in the first place. If the Bhai Mati Das and the Bhai Sai Das had not been there, if the Bhai Mani Singh Ji, the Bhai Taru Singh Ji, the Baba Deep Singh Ji Shaheed, had they not been there, how many of us would be here today? If the Byayan Singh, Satwant Singh and Kair Singh were not around, if the Sanjana Singh Jis weren't around, how many of us would be here now? Sikhi is only because of those people that followed Guru Maharaj's hukum to the very end and didn't question it. Kabir Ji says in their Bani, they go, Purman tera sire upar, phir na kar de bichar. Say, Vaheguru, your furman, your order, mere sir de upar hai. Furman tera sire upar, phir na kar de bichar. I don't think about it anymore. Jo tusi kehta na, wahi theek hai. Furman tera sire upar, phir na kar de bichar. Tu hi darya, tu hi karya, tujhe te nistar. I will only be saved by you. I don't care about anybody else. Then what do they say next? Bande, bandagi, ikhtiyar. Oh servant, do bandagi, do worship him. Sahib roz taro ke pyar. Even if your master is angry with you or he gives you pyar, still worship him. Sahib roz taro ke pyar. Roz, anger. We want Guru Maharaj to be like an old grandfather, eyes up in the sky and saying, kuch bhi kar la. Do whatever you want. Indulgent grandfathers. You know when my kids go to my grandfather, their grandfather, right? I always worry. What they're going to happen? They're going to go there. They're going to do whatever they want. They'll be like jungly animals for 2 weeks, yeah? Then when they come back to our house, we got to put rules back on them. We say, oh man, they're going to bigger jange. That's what grandparents do, bigarden their bachyan nu. Because they let them go too much into freedom. Because there needs to be rules for everybody. In the same way for us now, our elder generation, our elders who've built these Gurdwara, they're like those grandparents who've just let everything go. Na kuch sikhaya, na kuch padhaya, na kuch kita. Just made the Gurdwara and made langar. And now the children are totally spoiled. They want to do whatever they want to do. We've got a youth, a generation that's totally lost from Sikhi. They can't read Paath, because when they said, I don't want to learn Paath, the parents said, Jaan na padh. They can't speak Punjabi, because when they wanted to learn Punjabi, they said no, and the parents said okay. Parents would say, nahi tu sikhna hai. But how many parents would let their kids go get away with not learning maths and English and chemistry and whatever, everything else they have to learn at school? So our parents gave us way too much freedom, and now we get older, we get into Sikhi and we go, I can't learn Bani, I can't read Bani, I don't understand it. It's not just our fault because we said no when we were kids. We're bound to say no when we're kids. My kids say no all the time. Who wants to learn? They don't want to learn anything. If it's up to them, they just watch TV all day long and play iPads all day long. Well, obviously we give them some rules. And the problem with our community now is that we've stopped believing our Guru as a general, as our Lord Master. We think of him as an old grandfather, lets us get us away with anything. It's our right upon our Guru to do whatever we want. Actually, he's our Lord God. He's our Master. He's our general. He tells us what to do. We are like that. Yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir, whatever you want sir. When he says jump, we say how high. We don't say why. No, yesterday I was to Katha in Birmingham. It's not ki kyon. No, it's not kime, kyon and ki. It's sat bachan ji. Huh? We don't ask the other questions. We sat bachan ji. That's how we should be towards our Guru. Purman tera sire upar phir na kar de vichar. Tu hi darya, tu hi karya, tujhe te nistar. Bande bandagi ikhtiyar. Sahib roz taro ke pyar. Raho. The hukam of our Guru should be accepted by us, regardless of whether we understand it or not. People are complaining. There was on BBC Radio that a whole thing. Can there be interfaith marriages? And they go, why can't we have them? Because the Guru class have decided there's no more people going to get married by Anand Karaj who are not Sikh. If you're a Sikh, do Anand Karaj. If you're not a Sikh, then don't do Anand Karaj. Makes perfect sense. It's the Guru's rules. You must have taken to Guru's hukam, but not accepting it. Doesn't make any sense. Then people start complaining about it. They go, that's not right. You know why they complain? Because they've been allowed to do it for so long. For money. And they're telling me now, oh, I'm going to get married on a Friday, not on a Saturday. Because the Gurdwara don't do weddings on a Saturday, because people stop the Saturday wedding, so we do it on a Friday. This was happening from our elders, knowingly are breaking the rules. They know it's not right, they understand the idea, but they do it anyway, because they want to make money. And now when we take that cocaine away from the baby's addicted to cocaine, we take the cocaine away from it. We say, no, you're not allowed to. Then he starts crying. Say, you're bad, you are, taking my drugs away from me. But the rules are the rules, innit? Appa koi manan waste koi tayar nahi, bolan waste tayar nahi. To complain and we're all ready, but to accept the Guru's hukam, we're not ready. And Guru Sahib is telling us, there are certain things. Everybody is welcome into a Gurdwara. Everybody is welcome to Langar. Anybody is welcome to even do Kirtan. Even Muslims do Kirtan in the Guru's court. But when it comes to Bhaiaa, when it comes to Anand Karaj, when it comes to Amrit Sanchar, these two sanskars we can choose. SOUTHALL Sangaji, these two sanskars we choose to do. We don't choose our birth sanskar, the name giving, because we're too little. We don't choose our death sanskars, we're already gone. The two that we can choose are Amrit and Anand Karaj. And those two must be willingly done by a Sikh. If we just let anybody do Amrit Sanchar, the next day cut their hair, what will that be? Will that be respecting Amrit if we let anybody do Amrit Sanchar, the next day they cut their hair? And now we're doing the same thing with Anand Karaj. There's certain rules that we must understand why we follow them. We are doing Anand Karaj because we're saying, I accept your hukam. Char wari matha tek ke, then we turn around and say, no, I didn't even believe you in the first place. I'm an atheist, I don't even believe in God. I just did it for my partner. Imagine if a woman wanted to take Amrit and her husband was an atheist. And she said, I want to take Amrit with you. Just come along. Tomorrow you cut your hair again, doesn't matter. Aja, aja. Would we allow that? Would we allow that to happen? No, no. So why do we allow Anand Karaj to happen the same way? Say, come here, do a part. Sukhmani Sahib part kara lo. Akhand part kara lo. Have the khushi of the Guru, but don't do this thing that you don't believe in. You don't believe in it, we all know you don't believe in it, but you're still doing it. Why? Be truthful. Itthe to kar pakhand na leke aao. There's so much pakhand in the world anyway. There's so much pakhand in our community anyway. Why add more pakhand? Let's reduce the pakhand. So, our Guru is our Lord Master. We got to listen to his hukum. Have faith in him. He is there for our benefit. Guru Maharaj is amazing. So, man kyon bairag karega? Satgur mera pura. Have faith in him. Follow his way. And we will all benefit from that. No one will get hurt by following Guru's hukum. Not physically we might, but spiritually we will never get hurt. We'll benefit. Maharaj finished off this body. They go, Anhat bani, Gur sabad jani, Har naam har ras pogo. Anhat bani. Anhat is a sound that comes without a sound. No one is playing the music, but it's still playing. Anhat bani. Divine music that is being played everywhere. Sasangaji. Sare passe hega, but sunda hi nahi. God is everywhere, we can't see him. This music is everywhere, we can't hear it. Anhat bani. It's everywhere. When we ascend spiritually, Maharaj says you will get to experience this. When we find him, we'll get to experience Anhat bani. What is it, Anhat bani? This is also Prabh Aagam Suniaa. Samajh rahe ho? Aagam is a sound that is going to come. That Anhat bani is a sound that you're now going to meet Vaheguru at some point. Because you've gone to such a level, you got Anhat bani, that's his duroi awaaz aa rahi hai. That now you're going to go even further and meet Vaheguru. Anhat bani, how do we find it? Guru Shabad Jani. From the Guru Shabad, we will get to experience Anhat bani. The whole of Sikhi, the spiritual steps, all of it is just through Gurbani. You go the whole way just through Gurbani. Anhat bani, Guru Shabad Jani, Har naam, Har ras pogo. Pogo means to enjoy something, to consume something. The world will tell you, this is onu pogo, khana nu. The world will tell you, this is bar pogo, drugs, alcohol. But Guru Maharaj is telling you, Har naam, Har ras pogo. Take and enjoy the naam and the ras of Vaheguru's name. Har naam, Har ras pogo. We will understand that there is this big experience of Vaheguru available to us for free inside us. Because that light has been lit inside us. Maharaj finished off by saying, Keh Nanak Prabh aap milya Karan karan jogo. They go, Aape Akal Purkh mil gaya. Himself, he's come down and met me. Keh Nanak Prabh aap milya. Not some intermediary, Akal Purkh themselves. And then as we realize, Ki Gur Samratha Gur Nirankar. Bani says in Sri Rag, Gur Samratha Gur Nirankar. We'll realize that the Guru that we worship is God. We just didn't know it. We thought he was just an old man with his eyes up in the sky, but he was actually God. Gurpal Brahm Paramesar Aap. Keh Nanak Prabh Aap Milya Karan Karan Jogo. We meet with him, Jog Honda hai, we join with him, who is the Karan and the Karan. He is the doer and the reason behind it happens. You know, when you do something, you often don't know why it happened. But he is the one that makes it happen, he is the reason behind it, and the doer itself. He is everywhere. Sab Gobind hai, Sab Gobind hai, Gobind bin nahi koi. But we don't see it. So Maharaj says you will meet with the one who is the cause of everything and the doer of everything. Karan Karan Joko. Katha karde hue, Kirtan karde hue, ਹੋਰ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਮਾਫ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਆਓ ਅਸੀਸ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ ਦੇਹੋ ਸਦਨ ਸੀਸੜੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਹੋਵੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਿਓ ਮੇਲ ਗੱਜ ਗੱਜ ਫਤਿਹ ਆਖਨੀ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.